Lagos, Nigeria's commercial nerve center, full of energy, unending traffic jams, enchanting beaches, bustling market scenes, never say die nightlife. Yes, Lagos means many things to different people, and that is the case with Sophie Bouillon, a French writer and journalist. Some even classify her as a social activist. Well, Sophie has spent several years covering different genres of life across Africa, but Lagos holds a special place in her heart, which she captures in her book, Manuwa Street, a non-fiction piece giving Sophie's perspective on the twists and turns in Nigeria's Big Apple, particularly during the COVID-19 lockdown. And so, literary lovers in Abuja gathered to hear from the youngest winner of the Albert Londres Prize, the equivalent of the Pulizer in France.
The obsession about what is home and where is home, and for me, and I'm sure a lot of people here will have the same, is like, for me it's an obsession, and honestly I still don't have an answer. And so finding home for me, it's really like maybe it's a journey of my life, but Manuwa Street was really the place in my whole life where I felt the most like at home. Of the people who live there, because of the friends who were living, also in the street. So I think it was more like, Manuwa Street was this title of the book I wanted to write maybe when I was young, which was, I don't say that in the book, but it's also the reason why I call it the title. It's when the COVID arrived, but the story is also that my sister was very sick, and she was a doctor, and she was on the front line, and she was calling me crying that it's horrible, and I was like, whoa, what's going to happen here? Like, I freaked out. And then the planes, were shutting down, and I called the virologist that I had interviewed before. Very nice woman, she was amazing, she was in Cameroon. She was Cameroonian, and she said to me, we are all going to go through hard times now, and we are going into lockdown. But she said, like, if wherever you are, I said, like, yeah, but should I stay in Nigeria? Should I go to France? I don't know. She said, if you stay in Nigeria, it might be tough, but wherever you are, make sure you are at home. Your book was an eye-opener, and you gave me an idea that Africa is vibrant, is a city life, and so on. I didn't think so. There were people the expat community in Lagos that said like, oh, thank you, because our parents as well, our families in France, they can understand what we are going through. And also people that, that was beautiful. It was like people who used to live in Nigeria 20 years ago and or 30 years ago, and they wrote to me and they were, you took me back. So it was really interesting to see the range of and for the Nigerians that have read it already, I think what touched them, it was more the parts, about answers and everything. It's interesting because I couldn't write the end of the book. Like, I could not, sorry for the spoiler, but it ends with answers. But for months I couldn't write, I didn't know how to finish this book. I wanted to finish it with a love story, to finish it with everything. I tried the love story one, and my publisher said, like, Sophie, no, like, it doesn't work.
Manuwa Street is 38-year-old Sophie's third book, and from the looks of things, her eyes will remain keen and her pen ever ready to dish out her thoughts. Surely, Sophie has much more in her literary locker.